But, well, you mentioned defining mission. How
Yeah.
would you define mission and what that's all about from your standpoint?
Well, I mean, there's different ways to talk about it. And one of the things that we did in Mission Shift is we actually had a chapter, a contributor talked about a theology of missions, or mission particularly, and then we kind of unpacked it. So mission is what God calls us to do, and God by His nature, a Trinitarian God on mission, God is a missionary God. And the missionary God sends His Son into the world, and then the Son of God calls us through the power of the Spirit to join Him on mission. He says in John 20:21, "As the Father has sent me, so send I you." So every person who's a believer is actually sent on mission. So mission in the broad sense is joining Jesus in what He's doing and what He's called us to do through the power of the Spirit, through the direction of the Father. And then there are subcategories to that. For example, missions is a subcategory, generally seen as a cross-cultural exercise of God's mission. Being missional is kind of an adjectival description of Christians and churches who live on mission. And I think the church is rediscovering that. Churches and Christians are rediscovering the centrality, the importance of joining God on mission. That's an encouraging thing. I hear you talking about it in your movement. Others are as well. And so I think mission is going to be a key issue for us to rediscover and re-engage as we seek to follow God and be obedient to Him.